computer. All right. So last time we met, we kind of ended our season. With you guys went back to Dantor to kidnap the captain, who you guys thought was dead. You guys went back, and with Rothan's help, as well as help from Chen and Chen's partner, they went back, and Chen's partner, who is a Claudite, shapeshifted and took the place of the captain that you guys left buried in rubble as you messed up the police station. And the plan was to let the Claudite gather information from the captain and about Gaddisdane until they felt they had good information to go on to find Gaddisdane and take care of him. So Rothan said, you guys have some free time. You can work on what you'd like to, and he'd reach back out to you when you reach back out when you have it, when he has the information. Oh, apparently Matt's daughter-in-law was born, so apparently he's not making it. So
fun.
Yep. Okay. You guys, he gave you the, I'll say creeping Jawa, but I think that's a different adjective.
Grasping.
The what?
The grasping Jawa.
Grasping Jawa.
Still grasping.
I'll keep getting it wrong until it's no longer there, and or I write it down and remember it. So he gave you the ship to head out and do what you need to while they're gathering information about Gaddisdane. When we left, everybody was on the ship, and there's discussion of what the next plans were. With no destination currently set. Kurt went back to, I don't think Kurt told you what he was going to do, but he was planning to just go back to his planet and chill.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we had planned to go ahead and deal with the Lord Radnor problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even know if we have even a shadow of a plan for that.
You want help?
You really don't. It's
yellow.
I mean, first we need to isolate him. Also, somehow neuter his power so that we can actually take him down.
Yellow.
Yeah, but I'm not really 100% certain how we can do that, you know, like, he's obviously way more powerful, even as powerful as we are now. He's obviously probably a bit more powerful than us still. Yeah.
I mean,
and I mean, we could hurt him by taking down his apprentice first, but his apprentice is pretty beefy too. And we don't know where his apprentice is.
we don't. I mean, all we know is that there are some set of bounty hunters. Most likely, most of them are force sensitive.
Right.
So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to draw such a group out. Or one person of a group out at a time.
Right.
Well, it sounds like, well, if they're a bounty hunter group and money is their goal, what if we place well, like I say, Imperial already has bounties on us.
Yeah, I was
Well, at
thinking
least
that.
all of us, but Che. So if we make ourselves in a obvious location or a fixed location that may draw him to us.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of is that we can try to bait one of them into a trap where one of us is there, and then we all gang up on him.
Or if since he's a bounty hunter, if he's if he's not part of the bounty hunters guild, maybe we got the 100,000 credits from Orphan. Maybe we could hire a professional bounty hunter to track him.
We probably could.
Yeah, you can do a lot with probably at least 30,000 credits, right? That'd be enough to hire it. Well, granted, who knows whether or not that bounty hunter will try to turn us in for a bounty.
Right.
Thing is that we're gonna be bait. We're gonna be bait for all the bounty hunters.
Yeah.
True. But the one that we meet with, we can put on a show. Let's put on a show of force to let him know that this is one that he doesn't want to collect on.
That's right. Okay. So bad.
For dealing with his stronger powers, do we have anybody else we can reach out to that's strong with the force or more knowledgeable than the...
The only ones that we know of are Curtin and Rothan.
Yeah, and my new mentor, of course.
Oh.
Possibility, but I mean, she's been out of the game a while. I don't know how interested she'll be in getting back in, but we can ask.
Maybe she'll give us advice on, like, I know some planets have vergences to the force, to the light side, to the dark side, or at least maybe tell us a possible location and try to draw him to where his powers might be weaker.
That might be something we can. I mean, of all the people that would have the lore, I mean, it'd be either her or
I think Kurt or Rothan probably would have told us about something if they knew about it, since we kind of mentioned it to them. They didn't really chime back. So I think she might be our best bet at this point.
Yeah. I think we need at least to have a plan. So, I mean,
yeah, okay. So we reach out to her, and then what? I guess find out what she can offer, and then make more plans, or do we want a shell of a plan before we do this? I don't.
So I think at the very least she might be able to give a weakness of how we can be able to take down a force user that's using the dark side.
Right.
And then we can use that information, whether it's a location or an artifact, to do the baiting, and once we bait them, bring them in, or no.
I'd say we should talk to her first to see what she can offer. I mean, either way, if we have a plan and she tells us something different, then we're redoing the plan. If we don't have a plan and she gives us information, we make one plan versus kind of throwing a dartboard.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to go through the front door to go to his place of power.
No, we don't.
Like I said, I would only do it with possibly a gunship with, a whole load of concussion missiles And of course, the Gamorreans would not like that.
No, they would really hate that. In fact,
Yep.
I'm still keen to it, though.
Might be hard to get that many gunships, though.
Yeah.
If you get that many gunships, you could probably just go to Dantor and take care of that problem too. But
yeah.
But we can put that on the bucket list to build an armada.
Actually, that reminds me of it's kind of out of character knowledge. They had a story called the X-Wing series, and the way that they took down a Super Star Destroyer is that they had a whole bunch of cargo ships, and they had and they equipped each of those cargo ships with like single-use rocket launchers, and all they did is they had the fighters, they shoot off their missiles, and everyone else uses their targeting, so it had like 300 missiles going off at once, just blowing it to heck.
Dang.
Is that the one where they all have like their own model ship? Like there's an A-wing, a B-wing, a Y-wing, and an X-wing.
Oh, the game that you had that.
Okay.
This is
there's a book
series by Michael A. Stackpole, and they were a squadron of X-wing fighter pilots who also had espionage skills.
There's one that I heard about before where they have a group and all of them have different model ships. Like one is a Y-wing, a A-wing, a X-wing. I think a B-wing is the last one. And so that way they have like a variety of things that they can do. But one of the channels I was watching, like, well, that's horrible to have all those ships. Then you have 4 sets of parts you have to keep, and four different ships you have to maintain. But when you're in the Alliance, hey, it's slim pickings. So, Okay. This is the plan to reach out to Qatar?
Yeah. So I'll reach out to her again. I don't know. I know she was going to go visit her old Padawan's grave, but I don't know how much time has passed since that happened. So, but I'll reach out to her anyway.
It was multiple weeks. You reach out to her. She doesn't answer, but you can leave a message.
Okay.
What message would you like to leave her?
So I'll say we find ourselves, my companions and I find ourselves in need of some advice. We have a powerful foe, strong in the way of the Force, the dark side of the Force. And we need, at the minimum, advice, possibly some assistance in taking them down. And I would appreciate it if you would reach out to me and let us know if you are able to assist us.
Okay. You leave the message. It maybe takes about 3-4 hours for her to respond. You receive the message, but the message is encoded, and when it comes on, it's digitalized, and just says, if you need to meet at Nadal 5.
Okay.
Nadal 5.
So she lived on Nadal 3. Nadal 7 is the planet where her Padawan was buried. And Nadal 5 is basically an unoccupied planet, or an uninhabitable planet in the system.
Okay.
Just to meet in a non-public location.
That sounds good.
All right. Listen, puts in the course for Nadal 5, and you guys jump into hyperspace. Takes you a little bit of time to get there. If you have any wounds or strain, you can heal those back. I don't think anybody does. Oh, Kareth, looks like Kareth has wounds.
Yeah, I have 6 wounds, so I'll just say 0 now.
Yep. You guys can heal them back.
0.
As you, and Bruce has some on the thing, but you guys head and you get to Nadal 5, and you see a small transport ship out in orbit. As you approach, it hails you, and you see Qatar on the holo projector. Roos, I got your message. I wanted to meet away from wandering eyes after seeing your the prize for you and your friends. I don't know if you've been keeping up on it. I think it's up to 200,000 credits for you and 75,000 for the other two.
No, we haven't kept up with that.
That's a lot.
Yep,
That's a lot.
a lot of people would be willing to turn in for that. So I figured it'd be best not to meet in a public location. But let me dock my ship and I'll come join you.
Yeah. And as that shuts off, I'm going, yeah, bribing someone, probably a bounty hunter to hunt a bounty hunter. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Nope.
All right. The ship's docked and you hear the clasps connect and the tube pressurize. You see her step through and she's not in traditional Jedi robes, but the clothes she's wearing is a lot more like Jedi robes than what you saw her in before. They're not as thick. They're not as billowy or as much extra material that they have. But they have the same kind of general look to them, just a slender version. She steps on the ship and says, "Bruce, it's good to see you again."
And good to see you.
It seems that you guys are still causing trouble throughout the galaxy.
Yes, but mainly for the Empire.
It's a good person to cause trouble for. So, your message, so that's why I wanted to meet here. But your message said you are dealing with a dark force user?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've not heard of many of those still being around.
Yeah, so this gentleman, at this point we've all essentially encountered him. He doesn't consider himself a Sith per se. He's one of those ones that doesn't think the dark side is evil per se. It's more what you do with it, not how. It's what you do with the Force, not how you use the Force. Was his kind of motto, at least when I met him. Our meeting was very civil, but
mine wasn't,
yeah,
and I hold up my hand.
Was not super civil.
What
He thinks that
your meeting?
That
well, what happened at my meeting is that apparently he was trying to get an artifact of some sort, and a dear friend of mine got it for him for a reasonable, quite a sum. She was Force sensitive herself, and apparently he murdered her in order to get her powers. I only realized this after the fact because I was at her funeral and he went to crash it. In my anger, I did attack, and when I tried to attack, he released from his hands a sheet of lightning that struck everyone down. I was barely able to reflect it once, and then I tried to get to him, but he then pretty much blasted my arm such that every single nerve in my arm fired off at once and suddenly stopped.
Ooh. So sorry to hear about your friend. That's
Yeah.
type of powers that have not been seen in a long time, and a lot of the Jedi's trainings, for a lot of the Jedi, even when they were still around, they quit training them to kind of fight those powers because they were so rare and not seen. But my mentor made sure to teach me how to deal with opposing force powers, not in preparation for anything like that, but when you negotiate deals and you don't know who you're dealing with, and you're confident in your skills, you always want to make sure that there's no outside influences. So he taught me the power to kind of suppress the force of powers in the area. It'd take a long time for you guys to learn it, but I could try to teach you, or to help make sure that my Padawan stays safe. I'd be willing to go with you and help out. Do you know where they are?
Wait, here, let me back up.
That's the thing. We don't. We know
Know
of.
where his hideout is, or what a hideout is, like a temple, an old temple, on Gamoria. I don't know the name of the planet.
Yeah, Gamora.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it out.
Sounds biblical.
Yep. And do you have any ways to find? Have you found any ways of finding him through either through the Force or through other detective means?
We actually haven't tried using the Force to find him. I thought about it, but I'm concerned that with as powerful as we've learned he is, that could backfire. Maybe I'm not, obviously my training was a little incomplete, so I would be concerned that he would know if we tried to reach out and find him using the Force.
And I'm assuming they'll look fighting him through traditional means of research on computers or word of mouth, or is he with any corporations or associations or?
All we know is that he has a group of bounty hunters, most likely force sensitive. Besides Gamor, we haven't really done much footwork yet. I don't know where we'd even start.
So these bounty hunters, depending on the guild, some guilds will, when a bounty hunter will come basically make the claim on a bounty before they go after it, to make sure that not multiple people from the same guild or aligned guilds go after the same target. If he's with a bounty hunters guild, then we may be able to see if he has any claimed bounties that are up.
I have this for work.
All right. If we can get access to such information.
Yeah, that's a interesting lead.
However, how would we access such information? That would seem like privileged knowledge that would, give a one up to the criminals that they're trying to chase.
Well, money's the traditional way to get services from the bounty hunters. Also, if you're strong in the Force, you can convince them in other manners. But I have Well, I have a friend who was with the Bounty Hunter Association, but I haven't reached out to them in years. So I don't know if they're still around or still alive. But I can check on that and see if they may be able to get information for us.
That would be good.
Um,
That person.
yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen you yet.
Well, I haven't had one.
I consider myself a good investigator, but I feel like this is out of my depth at this point. Like it's a multi-planet cabal, basically. Like I wouldn't even know where to
He's
start.
liking his own bud for crying out loud.
Well, let me reach out to my contacts.
I can't believe, Hunter, you filled out a little bit.
Maybe while I'm doing this, you try to see if you can find him through other means. Hopefully, if I'm with you, then there'll be less of a concern of if he knows of us or if he finds out, to at least get an idea of where he's at and if he has accomplices of where they are. In case.
So we know we've met one of his force-sensitive bounty hunters. Do you think it might be wise, and he's quite powerful in his own right, do you think it might be wise to maybe seek him first? Possibly much less risk of him knowing that we're looking, and if we can deal with them first, maybe weaken our main foe's power base a little bit.
That makes sense to me. If we find him, then we know and are able to deal with him. Then we know when we deal with the other guy that his powers will, or he won't have backup to call and interrupt in the conflict. By the way, what is his name? I don't think I caught that.
Lord Radnor is the main foe.
Okay.
And I don't remember the name of the guy. It was evil sounding. I don't remember. Huh?
Nox.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let me check on my end, and see what we can find. She goes over to goes back over to her ship while it's still locked, and starts kind of looking stuff up. Roos, if you want to roll your force powers.
Okay.
For Seek.
Yep. Okay. So for Seek, let's see.
How far down do you have it?
I don't have it very far. That's the problem. But it doesn't matter because the basic power is regardless of current distance. It just tells me the general location of a person. I don't know what that means as far as.
Yeah, I was reading about this, and they left it vague, so it was up to the GM. So
okay.
That's one of the things Fantasy Flight loves to do, of leave stuff vague, so that it can be
interpret it the way you want to interpret it.
Yeah. It can be helpful in one session and not work the exact same way later on. So.
Well.
Okay.
Hopefully, four light side points will help.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have one control upgrade. That's the one that lets you use it for vigilance and perception, right? I didn't buy any further than that because that's why I bought the power in the first place.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why you're able to roll 5 yellows like early on.
And 4 whites, right? Yeah.
Yep. All right. Who are you looking for first? For Rothan or for Nox?
Nox. Yeah, not Radnor. Nox. Yeah.
Okay. You go to your area and you focus and sense and you feel the direction that he is towards wild space. Kind of. So you guys are at Nadal, which I don't have a map, but also basically the field feels to the west of you. or the west of your direction, out near the edge of the outer rim and near the beginning of wild space.
So anti-core word.
We're gonna try Rothan as well, or
Red.
No, not Radnor at this point. Let's do. Let's just find him. I think. Let's find Nox first.
okay. All right. As you are doing that, and as Qatar is doing her research, Kirith, you get a call comes into your ship. Human appears on the, or if you answer it.
Yeah, I'll answer it audio only.
Okay. You answer the audio, and it's quiet for a little bit, and then you hear, "Is this working? What's going on? I don't see him. Did he answer? Are you there?"
Yes. This is the Krasmi Jawa. May I ask who's hailing us?
Is this Kirith?
May I ask who's hailing?
I'm I work at the starport that you left probably a month ago.
I turn on the video and go, "Hi, Xana."
Asking about a ship that was leaving the day that you left, or you were going to leave, or
Oh, yes.
I don't
Actually,
remember the details.
oh, I would have my notes on. I'll call him by name, saying it starts with an N or something. Maybe I forget. I'm going, "Oh man, okay, sorry. There was a little glitch in the video."
No problem. He appears, and he's a human, and he's in the starport outfit. He's like, sorry it took so long to get back to you after you left. I went and talked to the guy who was handling that pad, and when I talked to him, he's like, "I don't know," or was it when I asked him about it, he's like, "There's no ship at that pad." I'm like, "Dude, there was a ship at the pad. I saw the ship. It's there." It's like, there was no ship. And this went on for a while till like the end of the month when he's trying to collect payments, and he's like, "Hey, what about the ship?" I'm like, "You've been saying that there's no ship there." So I don't know what, but finally he realizes that there's a ship there, or there was a ship there, and that 3 people got on board. One he described as ugly like a rancor. One was a well-dressed businessman, and the other one was a large, burly, 4-armed race guy. I haven't seen one before, but
Wait, that sounds like Blue. Why would he be going on there too? That's weird.
so make a genealogy check.
Shoot. Okay.
So probably just intellect, but
Probably.
Yeah, just intellect for me. What's the difficulty?
it'd be average with a setback.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a destiny point to upgrade.
Okay.
Give myself some kind of.
You could also, of course, turn it into a cunning roll if you wanted to.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know how important this is.
Well, they're trying to get information, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it is. Succeed with 2 successes and an advantage there.
From his description, you place it to be a beastlisk. Or if you saw episode 2, Dexter, the big guy in the cafeteria that Obi-Wan goes to talk to.
Oh yeah.
It's that race.
Okay.
They're very well built. They're a inner core world race, so they don't get out very much. They kind of keep to themselves, but you were aware of one in the Jedi Order back when you were a Padawan. Pong Corell, who was very good at combat, but he was drafted, or near the very beginning of the Clone Wars, he was drafted into it, and you didn't see him very much, but you saw him once or twice.
Huh. That's interesting. There's Nox and there's someone that looks like Pong Corell.
They got onto a ship called the Seeping Sow, S-O-W.
The Seeping Sow.
She needs to get that under control.
But I figured you'd want to know. I said it's strange that nobody didn't know of it until however long. So, and then he flipped and was kind of blaming me on it. So I don't get it. But I know you were asking about it, so I wanted to make sure you got your information because I know you were going through stuff when I saw you.
Thanks a lot. This actually is very helpful. We actually, I really appreciate it, and thanks again for all that you did. Those months ago. So
yeah, hopefully it helps you out, and hopefully it gets you in a better place, man.
I plan on it. Thanks.
All right. Well, if anything else comes of it, I'll try to reach out to you, but I don't expect anything more unless they come back, which would be surprising.
Yeah, it will be surprising if they ever did. So, all right, you take care of yourself.
All right. And he ends the transmission.
So,
Qatar comes back over to the ship, and she reached out, and nobody's familiar with that. With him as a bounty hunter and the guilds that I was able to reach out to. So,
yeah, I get the impression that he's not really an official bounty hunter. Or these aren't official bounty hunters.
I don't think he doesn't care much about for
goon
rules.
squad. Yeah.
So one of the things that I haven't talked to them in a long time. Are you familiar with the Gand Huntsmans? They're vaguely a bounty hunter group. They are force sensitive, but very limited on their force powers. Their force powers are mainly come to them and the ability to seek people. So they've used these powers to.
Well, I was able to get an idea about where one of Lord Radnor's main acolytes is, the direction that he's located in. We thought we might start there. If we can capture him, maybe we can get information out of him. If not, then we can take a powerful piece off the board.
Yeah, also I just found out some information as well. At least a registry name for the ship that they were on when they paid me a visit. It's called the Seeping Sow. And apparently they had not Radnor and Nox were not only there, but there was also I repeat the name of the race because I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Beastlisk.
There was also a Beastlisk with them.
Okay. Well, ship name's a great place to start. We need to get to a officials. Well, if we knew where it was, some starports might be able to track it just by name if it's been there recently. Regardless of where it's at, if we get access to the Imperial, I forgot the name of it, but it's basically the DMV for space. if you can get to an Imperial spot where they have all the transponder codes for all the ships, where it would grab wherever they are. But he said that would involve going into an Imperial facility. But that'd be the best way to track that ship.
Yeah. We probably want to avoid Imperial entanglements.
No, go around. Go around. Go this way.
Well, and plus Radnor and his crew probably don't spend a whole lot of time in the core or really in the mid-rim. So we'd be better served probably sticking with the outer rim for our search anyway, which who knows how likely it is we're going to find one of the a place where we can access the Imperial ship registry out here.
Actually, hold on. We already have somebody that can access the ship registry. Sapphire. She, as the captain, could be able to find out any registry of what's going on in the outer rim, find something called the Seeping Sow, and we'll be able to get a location that way.
Try that.
That'd be a
Let's
great
see.
way to find the ship.
So I think we need to create an encoded message for Sapphire, so maybe some kind of Dropbox, either through Rothan or whatnot, to try to contact her to see if we can get information through the Imperial database there.
Okay. She kind of looks around and like, I'm sorry, I don't know your crew. Do you have somebody who would be handy at doing that? Kind of looking at Lysander and Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I mean, Lysen is going to be the closest thing we have to a computer expert, right? So
Yeah.
I thought she said that I thought maybe she was going to take some skill in computers. I don't know if she actually did or not.
Yeah. Let me. So I'll have our character as of when we last met. We'll see.
Did you go cunning to 5, by the way, Daniel?
Oh yeah, you're right. My cunning is 5. I should have rolled 5 dice with that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that's you because I know you said you took dedication.
I did take dedication. I just forgot.
Yeah, I ended up doing the same. I was gonna go presence to 3, but then I was like, nah. I mean, if presence ever needs to be rolled, usually it's Kirith that's doing it. So
Yeah, I was tempted to do presence to 5 myself, but
All right.
yeah.
She has 2 intellect of 4 and 2 for computers. So if somebody wants to put it in,
I'll go ahead and do it.
we're trying to get a communication to Sapphire, who's in disguise as an Imperial.
Yep.
It'd be hard. Give you a boost because you know where they are, and a setback because.
Does she?
So
So
don't
does
take
she
a
have,
setback off. I don't know if she. I don't want to look through her talents. I don't know if she has anything to remove that. So.
okay, and I don't know if her force powers help her with computer stuff or not. Or
I
if
don't
it's just
think
they-
they do.
They do not. She doesn't have it that far down.
all right. All right, so 2 yellow, 2 green, and 3 purple. Are we good with this? I
And
think
a boost, right? Or no?
we have it with a boost, yes, actually, and a boost. All right, I'll go ahead and roll it. Oh yeah, it succeeds with 2 advantage.
All right. Sue, what are you putting in the message?
Let's see. So, trying
Well, don't call her Sapphire.
Trying to
First
track.
of all, call her Commander, whatever, or whatever his name was.
Wilson?
Bilson, yes.
Ship. No. Commander Wilson. We are in tracking of a
Cutting out a little bit, Daniel. Actually, a lot.
Yep.
Suspect of interest. Oh shoot! Yeah, my internet is unstable for some reason. Okay, I'm better now. Actually, you frozen, Philip. So there. Okay, I think we're good now.
Yep.
All right.
Message again.
Yeah. So.
The space noise.
So Commander Bilson. Commander Bilson. We need information on a subject of interest. Last seen on running the ship, the Seeping Sow. Itinerary and any other information with regards to the ship or whereabouts of the crew on the ship would be greatly appreciated.
Okay. You send off the message.
All right. And of course, seeing that it's me, it's gonna. I don't know.
Well, they'll like bounce it through mobile spots, so it doesn't have your name on it, or. But cool. All right. So while you're waiting for the response, any other thoughts for the plan, or are you just gonna hang out and wait for the response?
I don't know what else we can do. I don't know if we want to go scouring the wild lands. You said where they're at for that ship.
Yeah, I mean, we can at least start heading in that direction, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I got a sense of how far away he was, but we can at least start heading in that direction.
Yeah. Okay. You guys start heading out towards the edge of, or the direction that you were given, towards the edge of the outer rim, and as you're in hyperspace, you get a message back. Thank you. No, we're not drawing right now. From Commander Bilson, and Imperial Cadet 64327. We've tracked down your missing vessel, the Seeping Sow. It was last registered on the planet Aduba, which is near Wild Space. Before that, it was registered as landing on Gamor, and before that, it was registered on whatever name of the planet that you were at for your mission, which I forgot.
Aduba, yeah. Is that potentially west of where we are currently?
Looking at the hyperspace, looking at the map of space, Aduba would fit the direction that you were given.
All right. To Aduba.
All right, we actually have something.
All right. So the sun sets the course for Aduba, and as you're going, you look it up. Aduba is a forest world. It's one of the planets near, or on the very edge of the outer rim near Wild Space. It's commonly a refilling station for people coming back from Wild Space, or people who are venturing out to Wild Space to go explore. It's underdeveloped, it's very underdeveloped, except for that there's some companies out there with large warehouses, but the population is pretty low.
Just what the trade with Outer Rim explorers or Wild Space explorers can support, pretty much.
All right, you guys it takes a day to get out there.
Okay.
And as you come out of hyperspace and arrive at Aduba, you see a very green planet with a bunch of water sources on it, different lakes, large lakes spread all over, large oceans. There's two developed cities on the planet. The one that it was registered for is, or the one where it's registered at landing is, stop. What do you want? You already lost my dice. Go find them. So you landed the one that was registered at landing. As you land at the spaceport, they don't even hail you as you approach. There's 4 different pads there, and you see 3 of them have, or one of them has a large cargo vessel. The other 2 have long distance exploration vehicles landed there. As you land, the Port Authority comes out and welcome to Aduba. We're gonna have another ship coming in 4 or 5 hours. We'll need you to move that soon, but are you in immediate need of fuel or?
I think we'll just relate whatever our fuel needs are at that time.
Okay. You're not in immediate need, but you could always use more before you leave. So it's like, are you guys dropping stuff off, or what brings you out here?
Oh, we were supposed to receive a contact here for some reason. They said to meet here, of all places.
Okay. Did they tell you where in Aduba to meet?
That's weird. They did not. We only saw 2 cities. It might be the other one, but I'm pretty sure it's this one.
Okay. Well, if it's a quick meeting, you can go meet with them. If not, if you're gonna hang out here at your ship till we get one of the other ships cleared out of here, and then we'll have a spot for you. If you feel comfortable parking outside of the spaceport, there's a couple clearings outside of the city area where there's room to land your shuttle, but it'll be a little bit of a walk back to town.
Don't mind walking. What do you think, Bruce?
No, that sounds good. That sounds okay.
All right, we'll go ahead and park ourselves over outside. Save on berth fees.
All right, you guys move the shuttle back to the out into the undeveloped area. And 1 sec. Let's bring this out here. We don't have donuts. We don't have donuts. They're in your car. Here's the one here, word party. Okay, 1 sec.
Hey, Bruce, I'm wondering if you, okay, I guess we can do it out of character. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how seek works. If you seek again, if you're closer, you get more pinpoint accuracy.
So no. It says may not be activated multiple times in the power. So I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's been enough time where I could do it again or not. I have no idea how it works.
Okay.
With it being a different day, I'll say you can do it again. So the intent of it is not to be like, all right, I'm the Seek. I'm gonna move 50 steps to the right. I'm gonna see.
Triangulate. Yeah, it's C,
Yeah.
not triangulate. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole point here isn't to be doing math.
And then at the bottom,
Magic, damn it.
there's a duration upgrade to make it always active. So if you buy that, then you can have it going all the time. But otherwise, I'd say it'd be like once a day power. So.
Well, I guess I can do it again then.
Okay. Okay. You do your seek and you feel his presence here. You feel him coming from the town that you near the space or inside the town that you landed at.
Okay, good. So he's here still. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, should we try to conceal ourselves? I'm not sure what the best thing to do here is. I mean, at this point, I can use knowledge underworld or streetwise to find them. At this point, I don't need to use the force anymore.
Right.
This is definitely my element here. So,
I think I can make
the
some.
nearest like tavern or chat up a longshoreman or something. I don't know what they call them when it's spaceports, but you know, a longshoreman.
As you guys are debating what the approach is, you suddenly hear a loud thump on the outside of the ship.
What was that?
You hear another loud thump, and you hear it moving around the ship, and the sounds of it are getting the impacts are getting louder and louder. All the other crew kind of has a very puzzled look on their face and starts moving towards the ramp.
We may want to take off. Actually, Roos, can you see outside what's going on?
I don't know. How thick is this spaceship wall? Can I see through it?
We'll let you.
All right.
Looking outside, you see a very large gorilla-like creature. It's probably about 25 feet tall, smashing on the ship.
Rude.
It's not doing serious damage, but you can see it is definitely denting it, and it has the potential to.
I mean, yeah, a 25-foot gorilla probably can do a little damage, but I mean, the whole of the spaceship is designed to take impacts from like minor space debris and stuff, right? So it can't be that bad. Well,
all right.
Okay. Well, if maybe it's got gorilla-like intelligence, someone reach out to it with.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do an influence on it to just say, just go. This is part. It's.
Fuck off, space gorilla.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, it's like leave as it is. We're just a big rock. No need to worry about it.
No bananas for you. We have no bananas.
We have no bananas.
Yes, there are no bananas. Yep. Okay. It is not a very intelligent creature, so it'll be very difficult to communicate with it.
Okay.
So not ape-like intelligence then.
Yeah.
Nope. It's going to be it'll be against 2 red, 2 purple, and 2 black.
Okay. Is that discipline or? Okay.
Yep.
Shoot.
It's apparently got excellent discipline.
Oh wow. Yeah. It has a lot of willpower, or it's just really hard-headed.
Oh yeah, I mean it's either got 4 discipline and 2 willpower, or 2 discipline and 4 willpower, right?
Yeah. Okay. There's my skills. Discipline. Okay. 2 yellows and a green. Okay. Guess we'll go ahead and roll with that.
Okay.
Huh. Well, I don't succeed. In fact, I get a threat. I mean, I do reach out to it.
Oh, you reach out to it, and you just basically hear anger. You just hear anger and feel rage.
Get off my lawn!
You're in my place. You see Chewbacca go outside the ramp, and
He's gonna go fight it.
you see, as you
Chest beat.
as you step outside, you see him using the Force, and basically uses move and lifts it off the ground, and then kind of like pushes it away out or into the tree line. It's like, well, if that's around, apparently we all shouldn't leave the ship. So if you want to take Qatar and Kirith, and I'll stay here with Lassen to protect the ship.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
all right. Stupid gorilla.
Yeah,
Space gorilla.
push off the monkey. Or keep the monkey off our backs.
Waka,
Yep.
waka, waka.
Like, all right, time to get rid of unplayed characters. Go.
Okay, go.
So, all right. Qatar says, "Well, let's go in." She kind of starts leading the way. As she's walking up, she's like, "Kareth, I've not met you or heard much of you. Is your past similar to Roos's, or?" Actually, no, we've talked before. It's been a while.
Just you were inviting me to, learn more about the Jedi, and I don't know that of the Jedi. I wasn't sure if it was the path for me.
You're the one with the, well, more checkered past. And unsure if he wants to give up that past.
I don't know. That past has certainly haunted me in the last while. But
Well, during these times, the path of the Jedi is going to be a very challenging one, but of course, the more challenging, the more rewarding it is when you succeed at it.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel it's just luck. How people would work out, whether it's a more challenging, less challenging, good, bad. Some people are just lucky.
The people who are typically lucky are favored by the Force. So, but
I know a gambler that actually had a slave ring off on a mining colony in the wildlands. He was rather lucky at times as a gambler. Is he favored by the Force?
a lot of the Jedi would feel so. A lot of the non-believers would question it, but well, if you find that your path changes, but by all means, I'm more than willing to take more than one Padawan and help you guys in this time, since, well, teachers are very limited, but don't feel pressured if it's not, if you feel it's not for you. And she kind of continues walking into town. As you get in town, like I said, it's very underdeveloped. A lot of the buildings are made of wood. They might have like concrete or stone bases, but then like wood tops. Some of them are just wood. You can see there's on the edges of the town. You see the two large storage facilities that are actually modern materials, where the common traders will go to. But in between them, you see a whole bunch of just small buildings, or a whole bunch of small buildings. They all have, or different ones have the sign out front for what they are, like a bar or a tanner, or the leather worker and trades like that. But the streets are fairly sparse. You see some kids running around playing. what were you going to look for? Or how are you trying to find Nox?
Well, I mean, we don't know why he came here, but it never hurts to like go to a. I mean, I think the ultimate goal here would be to find like a street urchin or someone who by their very nature is observant, right?
And it's not like it's hard to see someone that's tall, gray, and ugly.
And in the companionship of someone who has is huge and has 4 arms. So.
All right. Go ahead and make a streetwise check.
Right.
Go ahead and take my boost.
It'll just be average with a setback, just because you don't know the people here.
Average with a setback. Nah, I won't have that setback. That would be crazy. I don't get to use the force on this, unfortunately, but that's okay. Well, okay, maybe it's not okay.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy right there.
That is crazy.
That's so crazy, Duncan got kicked out of the Zoom meeting.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Oh. Do we want to?
I mean, this is a good way. This is a way to find him, right? So maybe this is a time to. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hold on, I didn't take your boost.
Right. All
right. Well, you don't find any street merchants or any the information peddlers on the corner. But you have a whole bunch of advantages and triumphs to use.
All right. Well, the triumph will be that I was at least sly enough that nobody finds me suspicious enough to, like, give it a second thought. Now with those 5 advantages, maybe I hear like a juicy rumor that might lead me to believe that I discovered why they're here, at least, even if I don't know where they are.
Or either that, or maybe we're able to come across maybe a bar or a person that would have maybe had contact with them. Oh no, no.
I just maybe a rumor as to why they're here.
Okay.
Like like someone mentions, like a hidden temple or whatever they're here for.
You go around and as you go to the bar, you start asking around, and the people that you ask, they you can tell that they're scared. They're more scared of Nox and the Beastlisk than or they've been intimidated by them, where they don't want to get out any information based in fear of retribution. When you're at the bar, you meet a Rhodian named Dronwy, and he's like, they've come. He was here for a bounty. There's someone who attacked one of the distribution centers and took a bunch of supplies out into the forest, and they were here to find those people and bring them in and bring back the supplies. Last time I saw them here was maybe 2-3 days ago.
Do we know where the temple is, or where this forest clearing might be, where this person would have gone to hide?
They attacked from what I heard, they attacked the distribution center that's on the west side of town, and went farther west into the forest with the supplies. I don't know of any places out there. It's very undeveloped. There's a it's maybe 15 miles, 20 miles. There's like a hill outcropping where the forest raises up. Maybe maybe in a cave or underground spot, but not. There's definitely nothing developed out that way. That's visible, at least.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess that's probably the direction we need to head in.
Yeah. Go east or go west.
Head west, my friends. Head west.
Head west.
Okay. You guys get over as you continue heading west. You guys get to the distribution on the west side of town, and you see it outside on the side next to the forest. The forest is cleared probably about 50, 60 feet from the edge of the forest where the beginning of the distribution center starts. Out there, you see they have some repair crews that are working to fix the building. Looking at they have most of it fixed. Looking at the patchwork, it looks like whatever shot this was a rather large weapon, not really a portable weapon, but like a stationary weapon.
Like a turbo laser kind of thing.
Like the ones like you see in them using on Hoth, or like the big dish and.
Oh, the E-Web. Oh, those big. Okay.
So definitely not turbo laser size, but like kind of like an E-Web size of a very large gun. You see like I said, you see the crew out there still working on fixing it.
So,
you want to continue to proceed into the forest, or?
Yeah.
hold on. They did this?
What's that?
Oh,
I mean, they probably did do the damage, but I mean, we need to. It's not like we can just say, "Oh well, they got a huge heat weapon. Fuck it, we gotta find them now, right?" So.
And then, like you cut out there, Daniel, so I didn't know what you're asking, but you're saying were you asking if Nox did that, or?
yeah, as in, yeah, I pointed. It's kind of like a reaction of the character just did that, as in, like, create that much damage, and they actually have that firepower as well.
Okay. Yep. All right. You guys head over to the edge of to the edge of the clearing. You can see a couple of spots where the whatever was used basically dug into the ground for support before it started activating to stabilize it. Looking on it, you see trails heading out into the forest. They're pretty, because of the weapon that they had, they're pretty clear paths. Go and make a survival check. It'll just be average with average with 2 setbacks.
Okay.
All right. I don't have survival myself, but
But you're cunning as hell.
Yeah, I would say I would just have 5 greens.
I just have a lot of cunning.
Yep.
So 5 greens and a blue for whichever one. Well, no, because we're all equal, and so just 5 greens and a blue for whoever's gonna roll it.
Yeah. Sure. I could roll it. And average with a setback, huh?
2 setback.
2 setback.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we find something all right.
Even with your limited outdoor knowledge, the path of destruction of them moving this large weapon leaves a pretty clear path for you to follow. As you're going,
I think with the advantages that we get, it would be possible for us to get an upgrade of being able to sneak up on them if we choose to do so.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're following the trail, you can see there's after it maybe gets a mile from there, you see you can tell that kind of they stop to break down the e-web further. So at that point, the tracks get lighter. You can still easily keep track of them because of the weight of all the supplies. You don't see. You also see like the trees kind of pushed to the side, like as they had to make clearing for the hover sleds to move back. But you follow the trails. It probably goes about 7-8 miles, and then you get to a spot where you can see a underground. Is a man-made underground cave. Or an underground clearing. You can see.
Or
You can see like rough dirt kind of pushed out to the sides. You see kind of trails of it. You can see like when they started digging it, it just started they took the effort to put it far away, but kind of the deeper and the more they kind of got lazier and lazier, and you see more dirt kind of around the opening. Looking into it, the entrance to it's probably about 25-30 feet wide. Looking down below, you see it's a ways in. You can see some artificial light inside, but you can tell it's not very well illuminated.
Good thing I could see in the dark, right?
That's right.
See, Farsight's awesome.
That's actually that's the basic power, and I never used it.
Yep. Farsight is awesome for that.
Farsight is awesome for that.
There's a post of a person wanting to play whatever. There's a race that's blind but uses the Force to see. I don't remember what they're called, and they're like, how would you play this character of do foresee or to use Farsight, but have to have it active all the time, and the people are like, just say that they can see versus
right.
trying to justify
totally.
it.
Right, like you know.
Yep. It's like because otherwise it's an action for Farsight, so you have to use Farsight as an action, buy duration upgrades to make it last longer, and then every third round you do nothing. So, but yep. All right. You see the cave, like I said, you see the opening. Like I said, it's very poorly illuminated farther down. Go and make another survival check.
All right.
This one will be harder. This one will be 2 purple and a red, and also a setback. I think Daniel froze.
I don't know if we want to do that for this going in. Oh no. Shoot.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
you
back.
guys still see? Okay. I saw the end. So.
I don't see the roll yet, but.
Okay, yeah. I haven't rolled yet. I was just wondering about whether the upgrade will apply to this one or to just a stealth, an upcoming stealth roll that we are foreseeing. But.
You can. We'll do it to the stealth check.
Okay.
But since you mentioned it, I'll do an upgrade with dark side points, unless you already rolled. So make it 1 red, 2 purple, and a black.
Two reds. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Oh, you say it was 1 red. Okay, I thought it was 2. You said 1 red, 2 purple.
Sorry, no, you had it right. 2 reds.
Okay.
1 purple, because I did an upgrade. So, looking down at the entrance to it, you see a lot of footprints, and a lot of the footprints have kind of been marred by whatever was being dragged. you can see that it's a surprising amount of foot traffic going in and out of the place. So these are with your advantages. You can see that there's a surprising amount of foot traffic going in and out, and a lot of the tracks have been marred by the weapon being dragged in. You actually see the two paths where the weapon is kind of has scrapes on the ground going out.
Okay.
So
we
it
don't know
still
whether
only looks like one weapon though, and not two weapons.
That's not clear. You see two spots where it looks like a weapon was dragged. You don't know if it's two separate or one or the same one.
And we don't know whether or not anybody's in the cave or not, or at this moment.
Yep.
Hi, is that puppy?
So, should we try to go in?
Yeah. Let's see.
Actually, yeah, we're Jedi. Let's see what force.
Dylan, you're silly.
No.
You're silly. You're wet too. Can you go see brother?
Yeah, I don't have any ranges on sense.
Yeah, I'm looking. I only have control the right side, or sorry, the left side of it. So I can just sense
You
thoughts.
need to
I don't
find my
have
other
range.
dice.
So yeah, since it's short range and we can see into short range, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not super useful. I know that a lot of the details are obscured, but can we tell maybe the direction that they went most recently? By like looking for the footprints that are the least disturbed, say, or the best formed.
Go and make another survival check. Actually,
I'll do this one.
Okay. It'll be average with a setback.
Okay.
You see the tracks that are on the right-hand side of the cave, or the right-hand side of the entrance are the freshest. The ones are with the weapon being dragged to the right-hand side. The ones that you guys approached on is the ones on the left-hand side of the entrance.
Well, I guess we should probably go to the right then, huh?
Yeah. I guess. What?
Oh, it's background noise.
Oh, okay. Well, so much for good adventures going left. So let's head right.
Okay. So you head in and you go down. You enter the large area. And do both of you have farsight to see in the dark, or?
Just me.
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna rely on him, just following in his footsteps.
Okay. As you step down and you use your farsight to see inside, you see it's a large cave. It continues to slope down, but very gradually. Looking along the farther back along the sides, you see different crates stacked up. Different crates stacked up along the side. There's probably about 15 crates on one side and probably 10 on the other. As you look,
marked to see, with their contents and all.
Looking at them, you see the one with the 10 is marked. It is digging supplies, like blasting supplies. The ones on the right-hand side aren't marked. If I said that backwards. The one with 10 is marked
The
with blaster.
larger quantity is not marked.
The larger quantity is not marked.
Well, I guess I can try to look through and see what it is.
Okay. You look through, and
I'll take conflict to do it, though.
Oh, okay. Then what conflict did you want to do it?
Yes.
Okay. You look through and you see that it.
Not sure why I have to use the dark side for this, but whatever. I got to use the dark side for this.
Yep. You look through and you see.
Really glaring at these boxes to see through, apparently.
It's because you're untrusting of the unknown. If they had explosives on one side, what are the horrible things on the left? Your mind wanders to dark places. And as you look through, you see it's filled with stuffed animals.
Unexpected?
You look through and you see it has larger digging components, like drill bits for machines.
I probably could have guessed that.
Pressurized blasters, stuff like that.
What kind of blasters?
Water pressure blasters for like when digging. So like
okay.
Loosen the dirt and move it out of the way. Not like a blaster.
Okay, so water cutters. Okay.
Yep. Looking farther back, you see the tunnel continues to go back, and you see loose dirt on the ground, and as you continue moving forward, go and make a perception check.
Hey!
That's all you.
It'll just be hard with a setback, which I'm sure you're with anyways.
Yes.
It's
A hard perception check. Hold on, let me add some symbols here.
Especially with your new cunning.
So
Ridiculous.
2 successes, 10 advantages, and a triumph.
All right. So the successes is you in the it's a ways down, but you hear the sounds of digging machines. They're probably trying to place it. It's probably about 200 yards away. What would you like to do with your ridiculous number of advantages and triumph?
So obnoxiously, we can't really have an encounter with these guys, just the two of us, right? So,
we need to entrap them.
You have Qatar with you.
I mean, sure. So we have explosives. We have 10 crates full of explosives. We could totally collapse the tunnel on them. That's something that we could do. It's pretty evil, but
Nox deserves it.
And what if whatever they're digging for would help us in the in our conflict here?
Okay, that might be right.
Like if they're trying to find like an artifact of some sort, like it would be pretty sweet if we snatched it right out from under their stupid, ugly faces, and I don't know. So yeah, what do I do with my 10 advantages and a triumph? That's a great question. First of all, we need to communicate our position with our companions, so that hopefully, once the ape is dealt with, they can proceed to join us when they get a chance. So with the triumph, let's say that I noticed like a side passage that was really well concealed, that we can use to approach their position without using the passage they took. I still have no idea what to use 10 advantages for. So ridiculous.
You can make sure you do it with the utmost silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that science says, and you see how it's been disturbed, so we're not even shifting any kind of dirt or rock. We're going through without it.
Well, okay, so since 4 of those advantages are force ones, can I figure out a way to at least partially transfer my ability to see in the dark to hear?
Oh, maybe through influence or something like that, kind of saying, okay, it's this way or this way.
We'll do this. So you see through, or you hear the noise.
Kind of like a bioluminescent fungus or something.
You see down the hall, and you see to the side, and you see you're able to make out a entrance that has been covered with loose dirt, or not loose dirt, but it's a heavy chunk of dirt and rock that's basically stuck together so they can move it, but it's like it has roots inside to let it keep its mass that they put obscuring a steel door. The door's not locked because, of course, they wouldn't really expect people to find it. But you step through, and you see in here they have you see 2 data pads, and you also you see 2 data pads in here, and you see that they have a weapons rack, or you see that there's a weapons storage area that looks like it's the size that would fit the E-Web gun that you believe that they used. They actually have 2 compartments for the E-Web gun size, and both are currently empty.
Awesome.
Yeah, totally awesome. Yeah, totally awesome.
And inside this room, there's a light that you can turn on to help Kira see.
Yeah, I see. You know what? I could have just put on a flashlight. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing about flashlights is that they, you can see, but now you can be seen.
Be
or at
seen.
least your position will be known.
Fine.
Well, I'm not opposed to it. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. You got to be able to see. No one wants to be walking through a freaking cave in the dark with no ability to see. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, does that mean they're still here, or they're both gone? They're just set up down that way.
For the guns?
Yeah.
They're not in their storage spot, so you'd assume that they were both taken out.
Right. And we know they're shaken out, as in, are they out there using it, or are they going to be in here?
But we heard some,
you saw the track
blasting, whatever, so presumably they're blasting away at the rock with it.
Well, they'd be blasting away with a rock at the mining equipment that they have, or the digging equipment that they have. The E-Webs that you would guess with the fresh tracks that you saw going on the west side of the entrance, with the tracks, with the weapon tracks, it looks like they probably would have, or potentially could have taken them out. So they might be going to go get more supplies or do another attack, or
So and the drag marks like just outside the door kind of indicate such as it's not going down towards the digging area, it's going back up through the cave. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're gone. All right.
Well, somebody's gone.
Somebody's gone.
We still hear digging, so
Wonder who's digging.
I guess we can go find out.
Guess we could.
As you head back out to the main entrance, you look down towards the where the digging sound's coming from and start to head down. As you do this, I'm sure it'll be a waste of time, but go ahead and make a vigilance check.
Not as good at vigilance.
Yeah,
as
what's
good.
yours at? I have 3 yellow.
All right, so a blue for you.
Okay.
How hard?
This one is going to be 2 red and a purple,
You have degree
and a setback.
Okay. Right. No
I
sense.
figure I'll say it. Maybe someday they'll stick.
Success with a boatload of advantages. Woo!
Okay. As you're using your dark vision to see down the tunnel, you start to hear the crunching of ground behind you. As you turn, everybody else notices you, or hears your footsteps change to turn direction, to mirror and look back. And as you look back, you see a red blade ignite in the tunnel behind you. Shortly after, you see two other red blades ignite, going in opposite directions.
Oh, he's got a Kylo Ren sword? That's ridiculous.
No, not a crossguard, the double-bladed one like Maul.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So.
All right. Well, that's fine. Well, okay.
All
Go
right.
ahead
It's
and
my time
roll.
to shine.
Go ahead and roll
Okay.
initiative.
Okay, guessing we didn't know this, so vigilance. Oh, I'm probably roll vigilance anyway. PC.
I make the same roll that I just made minus the blue, so. 4 and 4 is me.
Dang.
Do all right. Special rolls. NPC. 1, 2, 3, 1.
Did you add yours as an initiative roll, Philip?
I did not. I guess I probably should have. All right, that's okay. I'll do it right now.
Yeah. I'm messing mine up left and right, so. Roll initiative. Yay! That's one.
I mean, you could just instead of re-rolling, just say you had 4 and 4 like symbols.
Oh, that's true. Good call.
So then, does it say what the first one was?
The first one that you rolled?
No, the first one for you guys.
Yeah,
So-
mine was 4 and 4. I just re-rolled it. As with no dice, 4 successes and 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Very
a smart way.
Yeah.
That's a smart way to do
Good call,
that.
Daniel.
What?
Good plot.
Wow. So much for ambushing people. Okay. They are. They're currently at medium distance from you, where you see the blades illuminate at.
Oh yeah.
With the light shining from it, you can see that one is Nox and the other is the Basilisk. Qatar is going to take the first turn, and she's going to use her power.
Does she have battle meditation or something?
She has suppress.
Ah, suck it. Right, of course, it's depressed. That's what she's been talking about earlier in the episode.
So, you see her draw her saber and light it. She is a blue crystal, and you see her kind of close her eyes and focus in concentration. So, be the next player.
Well, I will. I too will light my saber. Now the question is, do I want to throw it?
Hold on. Do I have that too?
What, throw saber?
Yeah. I had to get somewhere with the
She an expert?
she
It's
an
pretty
expert
far
too.
down there on She an expert. I think it's a 15. Might be a 20.
I think it's 50. I think it's 20. But...
It's 20.
No, I don't have saber throw. It's adjacent. I didn't get that one. Okay, darn.
I'd say pretty soon everyone's just going to be throwing their sabers instead of attacking with them.
I mean, here's the problem though. Like, I don't know anything about these guys' fighting styles, and I'm not sure what happens if they improve reflect a thrown lightsaber. Seems bad. So.
Who's bad? Yep. All right. So who wants to go first?
You know what? I'm sorry.
At this point, you're like super angry right now. Like,
Oh
you're
yeah,
all crazy in the head.
I'm ticked off. I'm pulling out my lightsaber and I'm beelining towards Nox. Just a nice determined stride, just going over there.
Forget what happened last time we fought him. It doesn't matter.
It was his master that was doing it. It was not him. I could.
Well,
last time Nox held you in the air and
last time three of you were held without being able to move while I dealt with RJ.
All right.
Which was pretty entertaining.
So you're at medium range, so you could you'd have to take 2 strain to get to engaged.
2 strain to get to engaged.
And use your maneuver.
That and then to attack.
Yeah. If you still want to attack.
Yeah, I want to attack. Let's do it.
He wants to attack. Come on.
Surprising.
Okay. Yeah. I just go up there and I.
He has adversary 2, and he has defense of 3.
Okay.
Oh no!
Okay.
And I can't find the power. Oh, there it is.
Am I still? Hold on. There's something about my skills that I have from. So I'm dedicating 2 dice. So I get an upgrade from.
Okay, for sense.
For sense and an upgrade. I think. Do I get an upgrade because of because of Verline's crystal?
To start that, it takes an action to activate.
The intense focus. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to have that,
I was being rash, so yeah. So I won't do that. Instead, I'll just be swinging at him.
Okay.
So that would be then 4 yellow and green, with 2 red and 3 black.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I hit with a triumph. Given its stun damage, that would be, I believe that would be 12 stun damage.
Okay.
And I say with my triumph, I disarm him. He gets stunned in such a way that I sweep it out, and his lightsaber has been knocked away from him.
Good job.
Okay.
12 stun damage, by the way, is outrageous.
Yes, it is.
Because, I mean, granted, they're being suppressed right now, so their force powers probably aren't super functional right now anyway, but losing strain is worse than losing wounds when you're a Jedi.
Okay. You go up and you swing with rage. You see in his face a surprise, or you see in his face a glee that you're attacking with such rage.
Yes, let your throat flow through you.
And with your continual strikes, your last one knocks the saber from his hand.
I'm gonna laugh when he tries to pick it up with the force and finds that he cannot.
Roos.
Well, I mean, inspired by that little bit of awesomeness, I'm gonna just do the same. I'm gonna run up and engage him.
Okay.
I'll spend the 2 strain and whatnot. All right, so I need to get to me, which okay. I totally forgot to zero these out. I thought I did, but I did not. And then I don't know why this is doing this to me. Oh, you said he's adversary too, right?
Are you going after the other guy?
No, I'm gonna go after Nox.
Nox as well. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
adversary
lost
too.
his lightsaber, right? So he doesn't have defense, I assume.
He'd be down to 1. He'd be at 1 instead of 3.
All right, so we've got 3 successes, so 11 with a crit, and a knockdown, probably, I guess, or something. I don't know what I can do with 3 advantages against him. I guess I could have him fall back into his bud or something. I don't know.
Typically it's 2 if you want to knock him prone. If you are aggressive, you can use those advantages towards the increasing. If you do crit, to increase the crit rating. You can use them to give setbacks or boost to, or setbacks to him or his buddy, and boost to your allies.
Yeah, that probably works too.
Okay. So which of those options were you going for?
We'll give the setbacks. I
Okay.
like that.
Okay. So as you strike, they move back to reactive positions versus their preferred aggressive positions.
Okey-doke.
And you roll a crit on there.
Yeah. How do you roll? Oh, right.
Special rolls. And then if you have offset or a modifier.
31, and I don't remember. Did we go vicious on my thing, or?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. I think we went.
I know crit 2.
I thought we went accurate 2, which means I messed up and I should have rolled 1 more blue, but
Okay.
whatever.
Well, you got one of the best critical results, so target.
We'll stick with it. We'll keep it.
Staggered is good.
Staggered is good.
Staggered is good. I think I read that somewhere.
Staggered and has no
weapon.
No weapon.
Yeah.
Yep. So let me look something up then.
Yeah, staggered is a great crit result, by the way.
There was there's a couple classes that get it. It's like in precision strike. After you crit someone, you can take a strain and change and before you
don't
roll
have
a crit. Well, yeah, I know you guys don't have it, but you can change. You can pick any one difficulty crit instead of rolling, and the staggered one you rolled as a 1 difficulty crit. But you can't. That one you can use like lightsaber, brawl, or melee. And then there's an improved one where you can only use melee or brawl, and you can pick any 2 difficulty crit. On there that is overpowered, so you get to do a second hit for the same attack, and like so they can add up as being super cool. But not many classes have it. So well hell.
The fact that he's staggered means he can't run away either.
He has a maneuver, he doesn't have an action. So
he can try to run away.
He can try to run away, but
I mean, I might not throw my saber at his back. It's fine.
Oh no, I'll be running after him, just smashing down on top of him.
But you're using stun, so it's not.
That's
like,
so courteous.
Huh?
I said that's so courteous that you might not stab him in the back. What is your defense, Kareth?
It's my defense, I believe, is
just 1.
Well, we had that. They had that Jedi armor on,
So
I don't know how much defense that gave. And then
it gave one to melee and 2 to range.
Okay, so 1 plus my defensive. I think my hilt, gives defensive 2. So I'm at 3. So 2 red and 3 black.
2 purple and 3 black.
No. I have sense, so I have adversary 2 as well.
But you didn't use it. Because it takes the action to do. So.
Oh, you have to have. Oh, it's a separate action to set aside.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, to activate the sense power, it takes an action to use that force power.
Is that the upgrade difficulty?
Yeah.
And then you can upgrade the difficulty twice or against 2 people. And
yeah, so upgrade difficulty, ongoing effect, commit 1.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was just committing a force
attack
die.
Targets force user, he upgrades the difficulty to full once, may not be activated multiple times. So
That's what I was thinking. I was committing my force dice to both attack and defense, but.
Yeah, but you would have had to use, instead of making your attack, you would have had to use your action to activate that power.
So it's not a free ability.
And then once it's activated, you can continue to keep it active by committing the dice. But it takes the action to start it.
Okay, well, shoot. Okay, I would have activated, but
Look at you, crazy man. Just charged into fight without using your powers. You crazy.
Well,
that's all right.
But that's okay, because Nox is not doing nearly as well as he did the last time we fought him as a group.
We'll see how the Beastlisk does.
Is he bringing it against Daniel, or is he bringing it against me?
Against Kareth, yeah.
Against Kareth, since he ran up there first. You see that.
I'm proud of you, bud. Dude, that's almost as awesome as if Lysenne did it. She never runs into a fight. I don't think she's once ever ran into a fight.
Only on her solo adventure. So, but the Beastlisk steps up and he brings his saber towards you. You can see that he was thrown off by your guys' aggressive approach before they were able to take advantage. You're able to stop all of his attacks with ease, and you see a little bead of sweat running down his brow. Your good buddy Nox. Your good buddy Nox. He
has to take strain.
Oh, he only rolled light side points. Oh no! Oh
So I guess he wouldn't know that part. So,
does he know that he's being suppressed?
he does not know that he's being suppressed.
You can't feel
It doesn't say in the book if people know that it's active, but I assume not until they try to use a power. So
that's fair. I mean, yeah, that adds dramatic flair, right?
You see Nox turn and or at first he steps behind the basilisk and makes a quick look for his saber. In the darkness, he's not able to see it, and you see him kind of take 2 steps and kind of push hard off the ground, as you've seen him do before, to gain great distance between you. But he makes a normal person jump and doesn't end up very far.
Oh my God, I need a video. Is there force retained memory? Because I need to use it.
Pop.
Nope. He pushes off the ground, and to his surprise, he really goes nowhere. Back to you guys.
Force saber that shit.
Yeah. I'll realizing I have some time, I bring up my hand, I bring up to guard, and I use sense. So
Okay.
I'll go ahead and roll my dice.
Well, guess who doesn't do that?
Oh, yeah. The force is with me. I'm with the force.
Go ahead and throw your saber.
All I'm doing is I'm just going into maneuver to guard and just using the sense action to dedicate to defense and attack.
See, I have that ability too, but I'm like,
that means I don't hit somebody with a saber.
The thing is, I have too much experience.
That's true.
With being.
That's true. All right, so
I can take this guy.
I will fight the basilisk then, I guess. Is he also an adversary?
He's an adversary 1 and 2 defense.
Adversary 1, 2 defense. Where's my force dice at?
Oh, ow. Oh, wow.
So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 damage, and I will crit. Because I'll use 2 of those light side points to cancel out the threats, and then use the last one to crit.
Okay. Ouch.
Removes all blue from skill check till the end of the encounter.
Okay.
Oh boy!
You can't aim.
Oh shoot! I'm right next to him, right? I probably could have aimed. Oh well.
Yep.
I think I did all right.
Yeah, say hi.
14 unsoakable damage. He's probably regretting his life decisions right now.
He uses parry to reduce it a little bit, but not enough to.
Gets his lightsaber in the way a little bit.
Okay. and scattered senses, so he has that. You used your enhanced ability.
Yeah.
You see. Hey, no.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that I'm not one-on-one, 1v1 on these guys right now, so I didn't use my duelist ability.
Go find my other ones. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm right there too. He's been attacking me. You attacked him, so.
Right.
You see Qatar start to. She moves to the side of the cave, and then starts running towards the entrance to try to block off his escape.
I'm assuming that guy's, even if he gives his lightsaber back, I have a feeling he's gonna regret any fight that he gets into with her.
Nox.
Did you just know? Dylan, do you want to put on
You can't destroy a lightsaber, can you?
Not in combat. Afterwards, you can, because they didn't want everybody just destroying lightsabers.
Yeah, sundering everyone's lightsabers.
Yep. You see Nox stop as he sees. Actually, Nox continues to run towards the entrance of the cave as he sees Qatar running alongside. You see him reach his hand out towards her and kind of like try to throw it backwards.
He's trying to use move.
He's trying to use bind, which
Bind's a cool power.
it is.
It's and we actually are in the we actually could potentially use that too.
Succeeds.
So, booyah.
Well, he has the force. He has enough force to activate it, which I was surprised for. But now he has to roll a discipline check against her.
Against her suppression?
Well, her suppression. So her suppression removes three force points and adds 3 failures to any discipline checks. So.
Oh.
3 force points. Good lord.
Failure.
Does the suppressor get to choose or no?
So the way it happens is the attacker picks which ones they're going to use, and then they get removed at the end. So if the person only chooses light side points, then that total number gets 3 taken off. If they choose everything, it doesn't take them before they turn.
Oh, I see. So he would have to potentially
take conflict or strain or whatever else.
Yeah, flip a light side point, to flip a dark side to light side too.
Yep.
Aha, yeah. I'm assuming at this point he's experienced enough to know that someone is messing with him.
He is, but he is panicked.
Yeah, he's like, what the? Yeah, he never fought me before.
Yep. Well, no, he's panicked because his powers aren't working. That's more the reason.
I would too. I have no idea what suppress is either. So.
Yep. And like I said, it's not a power that many people have at this time, because really you only have it if you plan to fight people who use a bunch of offensive powers.
She's old enough to have been.
She was more than confident in her negotiation skills to know that she's probably the best person in the room, that she doesn't want anybody cheating. So you see him take his hand and wave it back, and she continues to run in stride.
Is she like doing the sweet enhanced run or no?
No, she doesn't have an enhanced run.
Oh, okay.
But she continues to run in stride, unaffected by his power.
Like what?
Lack thereof.
Like looking at his hand, like what the hell?
This totally works.
Force, don't fail me now.
Hey, go get my other dice. Go get the other ones you just took.
I guess the Beastilisk.
Now you're gonna come after me.
Dylan.
I only have 1 melee defense, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanna slightly easier time with it.
I probably don't. What's your defense?
My melee defense is 1.
1. Okay. You can't get a blue.
You can't get a blue. And I'm gonna upgrade his roll because that sounds really fun. Go ahead and use a. Yeah, might as well at this point, right?
Oh, I should have done that for Nox. But, okay. All right. So.
Do you want me to flip it, or did you already flip it?
No, flip it.
Okay,
I think I flipped the wrong one.
I think you did too. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So he has 1 red, 1 purple, and 1 black against you. And
Guess who hit himself? Ah! Oh wait, no, I don't have that. I don't have the improved parry. But he did roll a despair, which is pretty funny.
he did roll a despair. He swings at you, and
I easily interpose my lightsaber.
Yep. You easily interpose your lightsaber, and with the he is one of the double-bladed sabers. So as he's swinging and attacking, you're able to interpose your blade, where it cuts his saber in half. So one side shorts out, but the other is still active. With his advantages, he's going to take the better part of valor and follow Nox's lead. And heads towards the door.
So is he still holding his busted half a lightsaber, or did that?
He's still holding it. He's not in full scale run retreat, but he's doing the quick back pedal. So he's not as much ground as Nox.
Now he's got his back to
Qatar.
Qatar.
Yep.
I mean, she might not be a jerk and hit him in the back, but because
Yep.
Jedi and all. But
Okay.
but if she has bind, that would be entertaining. Oh, is this what you were trying to do?
We don't want no scrubs. All right. Back to the top of the round.
All right. So where is Nox in relation to us two?
He is medium distance from you guys. The Beastilisk is at short distance from you guys.
All right.
Do we want to? We can't let them get away. Like as unfortunate as it is, we cannot let them get away.
No. So I'm gonna go ahead and double dash and try to, I will hit him in the back. So I'll take another 2 strain to get to him.
Kirith is cray right now.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Adversary 2.
He's force crazed and.
Hunter.
I will spend a destiny point to upgrade your check.
Woo.
All right. So purple.
What you should be doing against me, dude.
So two red, 1 purple, and 1 black.
1 black. Okay. Do I get a boost since I am pretty much smacking him from behind?
You can get a boost for hitting him in the back.
I'm fine with that.
Probably conflict, but.
And ebb and flow too.
What do you care?
Oh. Well, this won't abide.
Yeah, I would say time to make that not happen.
There and there and.
You gotta know when to hold them, know when to re-roll them. No,
And
I don't know what I'm doing.
actually,
I got nothing. Sorry.
I ain't no Kenny Rogers.
oh shoot. I just realized I could.
Might need to take his own advice.
Know when to run.
Know when to hold you.
So
Know when to hold making up song lyrics.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna walk away from that. Potentially even run.
So yeah, so now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17 stun.
You hit Nox in the back, and
Nox or the Beastlass?
Nox.
Yeah, he jumped to go after Nox.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you ran past the Beastlass to go hit Nox. That's fun.
Oh yeah. He hit my friends. I'm hitting him back.
You hit him. You hit him in the back, and you see the energy from the saber crackle over his back as he you see his legs get weary, and he face plants and skids a little in the dirt as he falls unconscious.
On the plus side, he's not cut in half, which is what would have happened if it would have been me doing that. So, well, I guess I can't let the Beastlass attack Kirith in the back.
You see Qatar.
Qatar's going to take the last action. Okay.
You see Qatar out front. You see she draws her saber, and with the other hand, you see her kind of raise towards the roof of the cave, and kind of slowly pull her hand down, and you see the entrance of the cave kind of start reshaping and closing, kind of like how you see like ice freezing as it continues to make the light dip smaller and smaller until it finally closes, and then you see her saber ignite, and she just points it out straight towards the Beastlass.
You know, we totally forgot the fact that anyone that can't see in the dark probably should have been having some blacks unless they have brace. But oh well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, everyone has lightsabers out, so.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. You can see a little bit. Yeah.
Depending on the movie, they're very bright.
It's very disco-y too, because there's some red ones and some blue ones and some green ones. Oh my! Yours is silver, you said, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's like, you know, that's pretty much
Dear God.
white.
Yeah.
You took 7 of my yellow dice.
I did.
Right behind the door.
It's probably just not gold, like the color of money.
And so she stands there with her saber drawn. Philip, you're the last one before the Beastlass action.
Well, I'm assuming Kirith now has his back to him.
Yes.
Because he ran past the Beastlass on the way to attack Nox. I wonder if I should just tackle his ass. He's got 4 arms, though. I don't know how strong he is. I'm assuming strong.
You take clear, catch up 5, and get the clear one.
I'm gonna attack him, but I'm gonna attack him in such a way that I'm trying to not kill him.
Okay.
Well, you can disarm him. It's only you get 3 more.
Disarm him as in make it so he has the proper number of arms. And now I am only facing one guy.
Roll. Oh man. It's not a very good roll though.
Does he have defense that'll help him right now?
He's adversary 1 and 1 defense.
The defense isn't coming from his saber or anything? Or
No.
Okay.
From his armor.
So 12 damage I guess a crit. This is the second. This is the second crit on him, or only the first? I can't remember.
Second.
All right.
So it'd be offset or modifier 10.
Woof.
Oh.
Now he's even uglier. Agility.
Okay.
Hope he wasn't in the tree that uses agility for lightsaber.
Mm.
I'm
Okay.
assuming he was in brawn. Let's face it.
You slash him and you slash him, being able
to target him from behind.
Yep, from attacking from behind, you were able to basically pick your spot and bring him down. You
right through the hamstring of one of his legs.
Okay.
Which will account for the agility loss.
Yep.
And the non-lethal attack.
Okay. You hear him cry out in pain as he drops to the ground, and as your saber comes basically back out of his leg as he falls, you see him kind of roll over to his front, and he's using his arms to kind of try to get distance. But, yep. But he's not really having success at it.
Well, fingers crossed. It'll be okay until I get back. I'm sure you'll do it. Do you want to put on your shoes and go bye-bye?
Okay. You have him on the ground and Nox unconscious. You see Qatar. You see her kind of raise her hand again, and the entrance clears apart.
All right, and I'm gonna say to the Beastlisk, I suggest that you yield. Throw away your weapon and yield.
Go and make a coercion check.
Okay. I mean, given his position, I got to assume that I'll.
You can take 2 boosts and. Yep.
Will.
Yep.
He's adversary 1, so I know I'll have at least 1 red.
Adversary just goes against combat checks.
Oh.
You'll still get a red, but it'll be 2 red and 1 purple. We get 2 boosts because of your tactical advantage. Nope, that was not the button I wanted.
All right, so I've got 3 successes and 6 advantages here.
Okay. You see him take the cut double-bladed lightsaber and tosses it to the side. You see one of his hands reach towards his belt, and you see a regular lightsaber hilt. It's still big since he's a large guy, but it's not a double blade or any fancy one that he takes off and tosses to the side.
So his broken half and his good half are thrown away. Okay.
His broken half, so he has the broken half of his double-bladed lightsaber and a regular lightsaber.
Oh,
Regular.
okay.
Yeah.
And he throws those away, but he keeps the good half of his double?
Well, the broken half got chopped off back.
Oh, it fell away. Okay.
Yep. So he has no lightsabers. He put down more than all the ones that he has.
What do you need 2 lightsabers for? I mean, I can't talk. I've got a junk saber, but yeah. But it doesn't have a crystal in it, so.
He's like, when you have 4 arms, it's no reason to
Good
keep
point,
them
good
empty.
point. I agree with you. Good point.
Been practicing with one double-bladed lightsaber and my training saber to get used to all of these blades flourishing around. But at some point, my hope was to wield 2 double-bladed sabers.
That seems hard. I would assume one would be in the 2 left arms, one would be in the 2 right arms. You couldn't do top and bottom. There's just no way. Yeah. With all the spinning and no, that just wouldn't work. It's just
Yep. If you see, if you look up the Star Wars: The Clone Wars Pong Corral, he was a beastless and he did 2 double-bladed sabers, but this guy's not that cool yet. So
not that cool yet, right?
Not that cool yet. Gotta give him time.
I know who your companion is, but I do not know who you are. Would you tell me your name?
Boss Kendall is my name. I've been training with Nox for a while to help him and be recruited to his Bounty Hunters Guild. Well, association. I don't think they actually get a guild status, but
Okay. Well, now I've captured him, but I don't know what to do. What do you got? What do you got, Kieran?
Well, first we tie him up.
All right. I guess that's fair.
okay.
I mean, there's stuff. And then, I mean, it's a matter of, boss, by chance, do you know where Radnor is?
I don't know where he currently is. I know he was on Gamor after we or when we dropped him off before heading here. He may have left, but he doesn't tell me his plans.
That wasn't that long ago either, was it?
What are you doing here?
We are here to recover the merchandise that was stolen from the distribution center. The group didn't want to send their people, seeing the firepower that was used to break in, so they recruited professionals or people more adept to dealing with that type of situation. And we followed them here. Okay, see you in a little bit. We followed them here and saw some of their supplies, but it looks like the most of them have stepped out again. So we were waiting outside until they returned to see if they struck again and stole more stuff, or where they went.
So
do you know what kind of goods they took?
What was the question?
Do you know what was taken?
I was told they stole digging equipment, explosives, mining stuff, maybe some food.
No, surely you passed by that stuff not too terribly long ago while coming down the tunnel.
We saw it on the side, but we wanted to make sure we had the people dealt with. So if we just took their stuff and returned, then we'd know that they would potentially return back. So we wanted to make sure it was ended versus just collecting the recollecting the merchandise.
Down, wait to turn on the Owie?
I see.
Man, so I'm confused. So this is like a legitimate bounty, not like some nefarious plot. It sounds like this is weird.
Well, they are bounty hunters.
I know they are, but like here I was thinking it was like some sort of like nefarious plot. I'm not saying this out loud, by the way. This is out of character. Like I'm thinking, oh man, these guys are like looking for some powerful artifact or some shit, just like Berlin got tied up in.
Yeah, out of character. I was thinking the same thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
But no. The bandits are the ones that are digging.
Yeah.
So Arkham Razor.
Well, you know.
Yep. Sorry to disappoint.
Well, I guess we should stop the bandits too in their place. I mean, it would be only fair.
Yeah, that's only fair. But I mean, okay, so now we gotta decide what to do with these guys. Has Qatar joined us at this point?
Yeah. She reopened the entrance and she keeps her saber active to provide light and steps up.
So in case it wasn't clear, this unconscious fellow here is the apprentice that I had mentioned to you.
To Lord Radnor.
Yes.
He was definitely trying to use powers in this attack, but
Your this ability that you mentioned seems quite powerful. He wasn't. I noticed that he tried to perhaps enhance his abilities to flee, and it didn't work. That was quite impressive.
This used to be one of the quickest powers learned by the people who felt they were the best duelists. So that way they could make sure that their strength was not hampered by other abilities. But like I said, I used mine to make sure that negotiations were clean and fair. Well, as fair as they could be when negotiating with a Jedi. But
so, what do you suggest that we do with our friends here?
Do you think not?
If they're holding, do you know if Lord Radnor is working for the Empire? If they're Force users and have lightsabers, then really we could drop them off at an Imperial facility. Well, we can drop them off anonymously at an Imperial facility, and they would be detained there. If you feel that would be a sufficient place for them to be kept.
So
I personally don't have any.
Pretending that we're not Force users and turning in their lightsabers?
I mean, when you say you guys are kind of well wanted, so maybe. I mean, I can get back in touch with my friend from the Bounty Hunters Guild and have him take them. I don't know if they have bounties on their
bounty. I would say they may not. If they are bounty hunters, they may not have bounties.
Well, the Empire still typically pays well for any people who are suspected to be Jedis, and anybody who holds a lightsaber or uses the Force, they just view as a Jedi because they don't really know the difference. So if they have the sabers, they would be detained and questioned, and I'm sure sent off to see the Inquisitors.
I guess I'm not opposed to the idea of leaving their fate in the Empire's hands.
Are we going to get any more information from these guys?
Well, I think we should wait for Nox to wake up and then question him. But I'm despite everything, I'm not super keen to murder them, especially since we've got them at our mercy. It wouldn't be a fair.
Wouldn't be just.
Right.
You see Qatar go up to the Beastalisk and kind of put her hand on his leg where the stab was, and you see kind of illuminate a little bit, and the wound closes and heals. He kind of looks at her confused.
Shit, I gonna look at her confused. No, I'm not.
Actually, Kareth looks stunned as well. Looks stunned when he sees that.
He's already detained. He's aware of our powers. I don't believe he'll be and he has no lightsabers. I didn't feel him trying to use any powers during the scuffle. So I don't think he's a real threat to us in his current state. So we may as well be humane.
It's less than what they gave us.
So, like I said, I'm not. I think the idea of leaving them to the Empire is a good one. I just worry about the potential for them to escape.
I know the Empire had prisons designed for Jedi after the Purge that was controlled by the Inquisitors. So as long as there's not too powerful, I imagine they'd be able to contain him there, or they may just put him in a stasis chamber or some other method of putting him unconscious or contained.
Okay. Well,
Freezing people in carbonite is a popular restraint method, but sounds very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do that then. I guess we need to bind these folk, confiscate their weapons. I'll go back and I'll look for Nox's saber.
Okay. You go back, you're easily able to find it.
Yeah.
But do I still hear the digging in the distance, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just want to make sure that they didn't hear our scuffle and have started to come to investigate.
Yep. After a little bit, you see Nox kind of starting to stir on the ground. He rolls to his back to kind of look around, and
hello, Nox.
Sees you standing there. So are you ready to embrace your anger like Lord Radnor has helped you find a true way to focus your anger? Did you feel the power coming when you were attacking with your anger?
Well, I do have a focus. and that's trying to find out what Radnor did that day. What does he have?
He has the gift that your friend gave him.
Can this gift be taken away?
Both gifts that your friend gave him. He kind of chuckles. Everything can be taken away. I don't know if you have the talent or the skills to do it.
Where is that gift? Is it with Radnor?
He keeps it safe, hidden away. He doesn't have to carry it with him. That'd be that'd be a burden. It'd make it hard to move around.
I see. So
go ahead and make a deception check, or what's your discipline?
a discipline? As in you're going against a deception?
Yeah.
I will take a strain for nobody's fool, so it's going to be upgraded. And my discipline is 3 yellows, so it'd be. Wait, is it discipline or vigilance that does it?
It goes against discipline.
Okay, my discipline then is.
If it went up against vigilance, no one would ever lie to me ever.
Okay, yeah, it's usually 2 yellows and a green, but it's now going to be 3 yellows.
I'm not a slouch at discipline either. But.
Okay, so 3 red and a purple. And nobody's fool, I don't think takes a strain to activate.
Oh, it doesn't take strain? Okay.
No. There's another one that on the Jedi Padawan tree, on the right-hand side, there's some, like, trust no one or something like that also does incoming social checks. And I don't remember what exactly it does, but.
Okay, yeah, let me give me a moment to get my papers to look it up.
Okay.
Do you have unrelenting skeptic on any of your trees?
He does not.
Because
that automatically adds
failures equal to your vigilance.
Failures equal to vigilance.
Yep.
Yeah, and I have that, so it's like, go ahead, try to lie to me.
Yeah, I think I have. Is it part of the Padawan tree that you gave us?
No,
I know it's on the Padawan tree. I think it's like the 4th one on the right-hand side.
Yeah, so
actually, I do have trust no one.
Yeah, nobody's full may upgrade the difficulty of incoming charm, coercion, or deception checks once per rank of nobody's fool.
So I have one. I think I have one.
So if
rank.
you've got it on, if any of your smuggler trees have it, then that'd be cool. But I don't think any of the other ones have it. I don't think any of the other trees, the Force of Destiny trees have it.
Okay. What trust no one do? It adds
it automatic adds an automatic failure to the check. Yeah,
no,
I don't have nobody yet.
Yeah, you really need.
Oh, actually, I do have one. I have 1 rank of nobody's fool. So upgrade the difficulty, and I'll take a strain to add. You're going to get an automatic failure.
Okay.
Take that.
Okay. Interpret that, GM.
Thanks.
Well, actually, hold on. So he still succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, he still succeeds.
He succeeded, yeah. So you've been deceived, but.
So you.
You've been deceived, but you know you've been deceived, just not how.
Yeah. This is one of the ones where, like, I always laughed at. Well, I might feel like if the check fails.
Oh wait, yeah, that's actually there's a despair.
If the check fails with the despair, you may perform you may do an immediate out of turn incidental maneuver. So.
Out of turn incident.
You can maneuver to
move around, hit.
Actually, With an incidental out-of-turn maneuver, I pull out my blaster. I jam it up his chin and say, "Okay, what are you? Stop bullshitting me now. What else?"
Oh, he.
Yeah, bullshitter.
So he. Okay.
It's so hard.
So you believe that he doesn't have to keep it on you, that he doesn't have to keep it on him. You see, for his threats, he's gonna take a setback. He's going to use his triumph for a incidental maneuver, or for a maneuver. He is going to try to grab your blaster that you just pulled out.
Oh, isn't he tied up?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we found him.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing for a despair, or for his triumph. Do you have any thoughts for a despair?
Well, I use their despair was so.
Oh, for.
As in, I honestly feel like there's something that he's not telling me, so I pulled my blaster out and shoved it, right under his chin, as a maneuver. As in what else? Or actually, I do believe him, so I say, what else is there?
Okay.
The triumph might be that, yeah, I do believe him, and he's going to try to string me along a little bit, so I'm going to believe whatever's next.
As you know, the artifact requires, or is powered by the people like us. Rothan is not satisfied with the power that Verleen was able to give it. So he's looking for a new participant.
That does not surprise me. Do you know where this object is?
His new target is. Oh, one sec. Big hug. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're all glowing. You got your shoes. His new target, he hasn't given me their name, but he's told me that he has had to travel to Miri Allen to find this new participant. Miri Allen's the race. I think Mira is the planet.
Miri Allen, okay.
Where's your puppy? Where's Peppers?
That sounds super shady.
Puppy. Well, come help.
Puppy was over here.
Okay. Here he is. Let's go give this big boy a bed a try. Puppy, where are
you guys get him a bed?
We bought
I sent you pictures.
Oh, you did?
I sent you.
We bought a bunk bed for him.
Oh.
So it's basically the same one that Hunter has, and we put that together today.
Okay.
And because our friend Affy gave us a full size mattress,
Nice.
so it's a full size over twin, but we don't really expect him to use the twin, so we didn't put the front rail on, and we're just gonna get a sheet of plywood to put up top and use it for storage stuff. So
that sounds good.
Yep. Because we don't have another mattress to go up top, and we don't really want him climbing. So
no.
But so he's like, the planet Mira is where he was saying that his next volunteer was coming from.
Volunteer. Oh,
Well, you've been most helpful.
that's some evil shit right there.
It's a shame that you weren't helpful to my friends, Lou. And I start naming them one by one.
Well,
And especially, I forgot if I had my notes here, I would say, especially
the one they killed.
the one that get killed. You can help him. Why don't you join him? And I pull the trigger.
Oh, crap.
You execute him. Go ahead and take 10 conflict.
Oh, yeah.
Go
Oh,
ahead
yeah.
and take 15 conflict because.
Because that was cold.
Yep.
That was, yeah.
You see Qatar have a very shocked look on her face. And you see Boss kind
What
of
the fuck out?
look, kind of get wide eyes and kind of starts looking towards Roos and Qatar with kind of pleading eyes.
Purith, I don't condone what you did, but I understand it, but I hope that you will not do the same to our friend Boss here.
Do whatever you want to him. I'm done.
I think
Boss speaks up. It's like the Imperial planet sounds pretty nice about now.
yeah. Yes.
Qatar comes over and with help from the Beastless kind of lifts him up with the bindings on his back to get him onto his feet. So, all right, well, let's get this one back to the ship.
Okay. I will definitely assist with that.
Yeah, I think it's around this time Kirith just walks away and starts walking towards the ship on his own.
Okay. As you start walking on your own, Qatar stops and turns to Roos. I severely hope this is not normal behavior of your friends.
No, it's generally, this is the first time I have ever seen that from Kirith. We had a companion who was violent in that way, but we parted ways with him long ago. This was completely unexpected.
Even with you not taking these actions, being around others prone to these type can easily change your mindset of what's right and what's wrong.
Believe me, I definitely know that this was not right.
I will stay with Boss as we travel. I will stay with Boss and kind of make sure he's treated well and kept safe. And Boss kind of speaks up, he's like, "Can you grab my sabers before we go? I don't think I'll need them for a while, but I'd rather not just leave them here." She kind of looks puzzled. She goes and picks up the broken one and then his other one. She ignites the little one, and it comes up with like a white light, which is like the color for a training saber.
Training saber.
And she's like, "That's different." She attaches it to her belt and kind of puts the other one or stows away the broken one. Well, I won't give them over to you, but I'll make sure they don't fall into the hands of whoever is doing this. And she kind of like starts to usher him out.
Whew. That was intense.
You guys head back to the town. Going through the woods. You get to the distribution center. That was on the west side.
Hold on. Did Nox have anything on him? I had a saber, but
he had a saber. He had like 500 credits, but no like identification or anything.
No like leads.
No.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. I'm not even going to take his credits. I just was looking for leads.
Okay. As you go back, you get to the distribution center, and you see on the other side of it, there's new blaster holes shot into it. You see out behind it, you see they have armed security out there as the construction crews now move down to the other side, and they're working on the new holes. You continue past as you go through. You start to go through town, and Kareth, as you go through, with your expression and demeanor, anybody who was in your way can see that this is not your day, and they quickly move out of your way. As Roos, Qatar, and Boss get into town, you start going through the streets, and you see the people kind of gathering around as you have them cuffed, like kind of reading the reactions on their face. A lot of them seem like you see like relieved, because he was kind of pressing them for information, or their methods were not very civil to this town. But you guys are able to continue going through. You get up to the Port Authority, or actually you continue walking through or going back to where your ship was. Boss is compliant the whole time. When you get there, you see Lisanne and Chewbacca outside. Lisanne's like, well, welcome back. The big friend came back a couple times, and we've shooed him away. Are we good to leave now?
We are.
Took care of your business?
Part of it.
Okay. She calls it Chewbacca, and they board back onto the ship. Qatar and Boss are the last ones to get onto the ship. You see them head to a back section where there's a sitting area, and you see Qatar kind of places herself in front of Boss and is keeping a watchful eye on the door. She takes out her comm and reaches out to her bounty hunter contact. They give a coordinate to meet up at for her to transfer him over. And Lisanne puts it in. You guys head off planet and meet up. When you meet up with the people taking them, there's 3 different bounty hunters, and you see that they all have heavy blaster carbines, and they seem to be well equipped. When they come on board, you see one of them greets Qatar and is like, well, it's surprising that you've been quiet for so long, but we appreciate your gift. If you have any more that you want to hand over, we'll gladly take them and turn them in for you, since I'm sure the Empire wants you for other reasons. but the easiest way for them to travel is unconscious. So we're gonna knock him out before we take him on board our ship, so we can detain him properly. And Qatar kind of, you see, she has a displeased look, but agrees to it. The bounty hunters kind of draw their blasters and shoot him with stun bolts, and you see the boss drop to the ground, and the two of them go over there and kind of pick up under his primary arms and start dragging him over to their ship. And they say their
primary arms make me laugh.
his upper arms. You see Qatar and the bounty hunter say their goodbyes, and the bounty hunter disembark from the ship and jump and make a jump. Qatar stands up and like, well, hopefully this is all that you needed. Or will you still need my services for Lord Radnor?
Would you?
I mean, Lord Radnor was.
And you don't have to roll. And Kareth, you don't have to roll. You can see she has a very displeased look on her face towards you.
Yeah.
You're something she scraped off her shoe at this point.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
You're saying?
Oh, so Radnor was the master of the one Nox that we just encountered.
Murdered.
I would, well, yes. I would hazard to guess that he is far more powerful. I would appreciate your assistance if you would be willing to grant it. But given what transpired today, I would understand if you would not care to do so.
Well, my concern for you is great. And if he is more deadly than the one we've encountered, I would like to join. My feeling says I should go with you, but my heart has questions. I'll stay on the ship for now and reflect on what's the best path for me, and maybe what's the best path for you. And I'll let you know what I come to. And she kind of heads to a back section of the ship. You see Lassen and Chewbacca kind of with puzzled faces. And so what happened down there? It doesn't sound like the happy speech or good job speech.
Well, we tracked the activity to a cave. It turns out the activity we were following was not Nox at all, but a bounty they were chasing. They came up behind us, but we were able to get the jump on them. We defeated them. We had them both at our mercy, and Kirith executed Nox after questioning him.
You see Chewbacca kind of move over towards Kareth and kind of puts his big hand on your shoulder. Like, well, it's not what you want to do, but sometimes you have to do bad things to deal with the bad people. And they kind of pats you a couple times and then wanders to a different section of the ship.
Clank on the mechanical arm.
Yep. Lisanne just kind of has a confused look on her face.
Like I said, I get it. I mean, I get it, but yikes. That was unexpected for sure.
Well, hopefully Qatar decides to stay with us hopefully Qatar decides to stay with us for our next one. Were you able to get any information about Lord Radnor?
Apparently, he's going to try to do the same thing to a Miraleth as he did to Verlaine. I don't know where that device is, but since we're familiar with it, maybe we can seek him through that. And hopefully be able to get that device before he can use it. And then finish this once and for all.
Okay. So that's our new destination then?
Yes.
Yeah.
To Miralyn or Mira, whatever the planet's called.
All right. Well, I'll go set our course. She goes up to the front and puts in the course or the coordinates for hyperspace, and the stars flash, and we'll end there.
Woo! What a session.
Yeah.